Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. Today let's prepare this delicious fried rice. This rice is so healthy, yummy, delicious, and anything more you can add. And I prepared it with fried turkey. You can actually use chicken, turkey, or other proteins of your choice, but this one is a must try. And this recipe is not the same as other recipes I've posted on my channel. This is a different one and you need to try this out. And of course, the ingredients are so affordable, you can find them anywhere around you. So let's get started. So I'll be using these fresh green beans. This is the green beans, and I'm using turkey. This is turkey wings and peas. These are the peas. You have to break them open and then get the peas. And then I'm using bell peppers, the red bell pepper and the yellow bell pepper, spring onion and the normal onion. And of course, there is no fried rice ever without carrots. Carrot is one of my best ingredients for this recipe. And after washing and preparing everything, I cut the turkey wings into two because I wanted it to be really medium size and chunky, not to be too large. I want to season it really well and make it really spicy and so yummy. So you can just do yours anyhow you want it. If you're using chicken, fine. I added ginger, garlic, thyme, curry powder, Maggi cubes, and salt, and I mixed everything thoroughly. After mixing well, of course, I didn't marinate it. That is the reason I cut it into two, and it's just sizable so it can really be yummy. So I added water and mixed thoroughly, made sure everything blended, and then I allowed it to cook for a couple of minutes till the turkey is soft and tender. As you can see, I just stirred and mixed thoroughly, making sure everything is in order. And this stock is very important. That is, this water from this turkey, this juice is very important because this is where I'll be cooking my rice. So you saw how I seasoned this turkey and I made sure I added so many ingredients, and the curry was really great. As you can see, the color is already showing that I added good quantity of curry powder. So I fried this chicken in deep oil. I usually fry it to this small pan and add a lot of oil and onion bulb to add extra taste and flavor. I fried it till it's golden brown. As you can see, this is one of the best reasons I love deep frying my meat, because all sides will be well fried. And these are beef I left on my fridge, so I just added this beef and some liver, fry them inside the same oil, made sure everything is in order. I just wanted it to fry for some minutes while I start my rice. After washing the rice, I had to pour it inside the pan, and this pan I already added vegetable oil into the pan, and I just mixed thoroughly. Make sure you clean your rice to be really clean. In any ways you want to do it, just make sure your rice is not dirty. This is the basmati rice I'm using, 4 cups. So I just added into the pot and mixed thoroughly, making sure I stir fry gently. I don't want anything to get burned. You just have to stir fry gently on normal medium heat. I just did that for a couple of minutes and I added into the stock. This is the water from the turkey I cooked earlier, the juice. I mixed everything properly. As you can see, at this point you can add pepper if you want to add pepper, but I don't love adding pepper now because this is not the best time for me, but you can also add pepper at that moment. And my veggies are ready. This is onion, green beans, the fried turkey, bell peppers, and carrots. I'm also using spring onion, which is very important for this fried rice, and the fried beef and fried liver, and then the corn and the peas. Those are just the veggies I'm using. I placed my pan on fire. As you can see, I added vegetable oil, just normal quantity. You don't have to add too much, just 2 tablespoons or 1.5 tablespoons quantity of it. And then I added onion after a few minutes. As you can see, I just added it at the right time and I stirred gently, making sure it didn't get burnt. And guys, this fried rice is best with this white onion. Just try your best to use the white onion and not the red one. This one is better. Then I added my carrots. This carrot, as you can see, it was well cleaned and I chopped it to the 4 corner sides, making sure everything is the same shape. I just love my fried rice being in order. I don't want some of the veggies looking somehow, so I just cut all the carrots to be the same shape, and I then stirred gently because this carrot, I didn't add the remaining parts. I just left it for later because I want to add it at the ending stage when it will really be crunchy a bit, so I left that one, and then I added the green beans. This is the green beans I showed you guys earlier in the beginning. I already washed and cut it to this size as well, and I mixed thoroughly. As you can see, these two ingredients are one of my favorite ingredients for fried rice. I don't know, but once you have these green beans and carrots and one or two extra veggies, your fried rice will be great. But you know, if you don't have it, you can still try to use others. Then I added this bell pepper. This is the red bell pepper and the yellow bell pepper. Note that if you have the green bell pepper, you can also add it. But then I prefer blending my green bell pepper and cooking together with the rice initially. But the thing is, I didn't find the green bell peppers in the stores, so I just added the yellow bell pepper and the red bell pepper I had. So I mixed thoroughly, making sure everything don't overcook. I just after a couple of seconds, as you can see the intervals I'm adding them, most of them were added after 1 minute, while some after a few seconds. Then I added corn. This is the corn, and some little peas and little baked beans, as you can see. So they were all mixed, and I added this Maggi cube. This is just half sachet of the Maggi, and this is not vegetable seasoning. This is just for veggies. As you can see, it's usually for fresh veggies for cooking. So I just sprinkled a little bit, and I mixed thoroughly and made sure everything was all good. At this point, as you can see, everything is ready. So I added pepper at this point. And I added curry powder. The reason I added pepper at this point is because I had to separate some of the mixture from this one. As you can see, the quantity reduced before I added the rice. That's because I scooped out some of the veggies, because most people don't eat pepper like Ariana. So I just added pepper at this stage and mixed thoroughly, added the rice, all the rice, and mixed properly to make sure everything mixed thoroughly, and you know, it doesn't get burnt. Most especially, make sure not to get burnt. I added the fried beef and the chopped liver at the same time. As you can see, most of them are of different color in the pan. So I added the remaining few carrots into this pan at this stage. The heat from the rice, of course, to cook it. And then I added the spring onion. This spring onion adds a very special taste and flavor, color, and everything to fried rice. And I just love adding spring onion. Like, for me, it's compulsory. And then I added this sauce. This is actually not compulsory. This particular step is optional, but I love it. Just sprinkled a little bit, and I mixed thoroughly. As you can see, the rice is so good. It's cooked, like well cooked, and still it's not overcooked. Make sure when you are cooking your rice, you don't overcook it. That was the reason I just washed my rice and then stirred it in that pan earlier and added it to the stock. You see, I didn't parboil it. I washed it before adding to the pan. So that is the reason it's just so straight and one. It's not looking all, you know, clustered together. So make sure not to overcook your rice. I added the turkey at this point because I wanted this flavor, everything to just be inside. I wanted the turkey flavor too to be in the rice. I just added everything, mixed it properly, made sure it's stir fried together. At this point, this is where you have to use the normal high heat or medium heat, not the low heat, you know. So in as much as you're using high heat, make sure your pan don't get burnt. As you can see, my pan is not getting burnt at all. As you can see, down is so smooth. Just stir everything together, mix properly, and you know, allow the heat to finish up. Then at this stage, you can turn off the heat because the pan is already hot enough for the remaining veggies you added last to blend, especially the spring onion. The heat is already enough to make everything ready. So I just turned it off at this stage, and this is the one I told you guys earlier that I made for Ariana. I had to scoop out some of the veggies and added to that pan, and some rice for Ariana, and that was the reason I added pepper at the end of the cooking. But if you are not doing any of these steps like me, like everybody eats pepper in your house, then just go ahead to cook your rice with pepper even before you start frying the veggies. So that's just one of the best ways. But any ways you want to do it is still okay. So this particular pan has a lot of pepper because of course I love spicy food, while the other small one for Ariana doesn't have pepper. So as you can see, it's ready and it's so delicious. You can see the veggies all colorful, delicious, tasty. Everything was so yummy. Like, guys, I don't want to ask you guys to guess how long this food lasted, because you won't even get it. If you even say one day, you'll be wrong. If you say 2 days, you'll be wrong, because this rice finished right before my eyes. I couldn't even believe it, because the taste was so divine. Everything was so yummy. The aroma everywhere. My neighbors were worried. I don't know. They couldn't even rest. I was just getting knocked on my door back to back. But of course, why not? Sharing is living, giving, and everything good. So this was so lovely and yummy. And if you haven't tried the other recipe I posted, you can also check it out and try it. Meanwhile, this particular fried rice recipe is not just simple but also yummy, delicious, and healthy. And you know, the beginning part, when I fry this turkey, if you don't want to fry your turkey, all you have to do is to grill it or roast it, or just put it in your air fryer or use your oven. Any method at all you want to do, it's okay, you know. Even if you don't want to fry, it's fine. But me, I prefer using vegetable oil to fry my turkey, because I don't know why, it just tastes different from every other method I've tried. So I just enjoy this rice, of course, with some salad. You can actually enjoy yours with any extra protein of your choice. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I love you guys always. See you on my next one. Bye bye.
Subscribe!